want to welcome students, parents, guardians, faculty, staff, and guests. My name is Nathan Peterson. I am the Superintendent and Director of the Middlebury Hannaford Regional Technical School District, otherwise known as the Hannaford Commercial. And today, on behalf of the entire Career Center community, I would like to welcome everyone to our celebration of learning. It's great to be here in person, and compared to last year, when we did a drive-through celebration of learning at the end of the year, it was wonderful to be able to do that and to share a special moment with all of our seniors and students completing programs. But this year it seems a little bit more special because we can be here together in person and we can have a little bit more intimate environment, and it just feels a little more home. And it feels a little bit more welcoming. So I'm very pleased to be able to welcome you here. The sky may be a little overcast and we had a little bit of rain earlier, but I think that it's true to say that the rays of possibility and hope are certainly present in all of our honorees today in this ceremonial setting. I'd also like to thank everyone who's present for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence this year during a particularly difficult time, a time of uncertainty, and many personal challenges and even numerous constraints on all of us. Your efforts have been instrumental in helping us be here today and be able to celebrate the achievements and the accomplishments of the Career Center students. And I don't want to forget to thank all of those who contributed to help setting up for today's ceremony. This is the fourth iteration of our celebration of learning today, and maybe the last but not the least, and we really appreciate you all being here. I'm very excited that we are able to receive so many of our parents, guardians, and friends to be present during the ceremony. So we really, really appreciate it. But I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge all of the folks that have helped to set this up. Our staffers, some of our students, our custodial folks, and maintenance. They did a nice job of getting this all together. Once again, thank you for being here, and we hope that you enjoy today's ceremony. Thank you very much.
Hello, I am Brenda Logie from the School Counseling Office, and I also warmly welcome you to this long-awaited end-of-the-year celebration. It is now time to recognize students who have completed their programs and those graduated seniors who have participated in Career Center programs this year. Program instructors will present their students with their certificates. I am also the Scholarship Committee Chair and will announce the names of scholarship recipients at the end of each program grouping. So we only have 2 programs this year, this time around, so it'll be right after Sustainable Ag. So, first we will begin with welcoming up the Design and Illustration students and Ms. Lisa Rader. Come on up, you lovely people.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for taking time out for your day to be here with us. We know, at the top of the schedule here, we want you to know, Ms. Mills and I know that some of you have to catch a bus back to Virgins or back coming. That's okay. Ms. Mills, just give me a wave if it looks like we're running short on time, and we'll just prioritize those students. Hi, I'm Lisa Rader. Design and illustration, and it is my great pleasure to be with these people every day. This is a curious, gracious group of students. They try every single thing through their way And not a day went by where they didn't say thank you, which is really lovely, especially in a difficult year. They learned how to combine traditional and digital media in new ways to solve common design problems. From concept to final product, they tested, created, evaluated, revised, and revised, and revised again. It's a process that is mind-numbing sometimes, and it requires a lot of patience and resilience, and each one of these students did that on a daily basis. As part of our dual enrollment program with Community College of Vermont, 9 of our students will be receiving college credits, which is outstanding. A student of mine just last year came to me and said, I didn't exactly know what that meant at the time, and she said it saved me $3,000. And that's a big chunk of change, and 9 of these students are having that honor. They earned it. So I'm going to start by recognizing Eliza. Eliza's style is delicate, pretty, and personal. Waiting for her. She loves working with paint of any kind and has a strong understanding of color theory. Eliza is not intimidated by new materials or processes and is supportive of those around her. Great job, Eliza. Harriet Anderson. Harriet's work is edgy and bold. She is unafraid of color or taking creative risks. Harriet collaborated with Hannah to create a mural in our school as part of our independent project unit, and it's great to have something colorful and fresh in our halls. Congratulations, Harriet. Josh is detail-oriented and exacting. He was quick to pick up the design software and is a focused student. Josh sets high expectations for himself and does not quit until the job is complete. Well done, Josh. Congratulations. Kai Companion. Kai enjoys digital drawing and spent time during our independent study unit exploring animation. No matter what material Kai is working with, they take the time to really focus on craft to create the strongest work possible. Kai was our outstanding student for Q3 and will soon be inducted into our National Technical Honor Society chapter. Congratulations, Kai. Abby loves to create original, stylized character illustrations. She is a good collaborator and brings a positive, encouraging outlook to every assignment. Whether Abby is using a stick of charcoal or a digital drawing tablet, she's all in. Well done, Abby. Ashton Green. Ashton was our outstanding student for Q4. His passion is photography, and he spent a large portion of the last quarter teaching himself Adobe Lightroom without letting frustration get the best of him. You can count on Ashton showing up every day and putting in a good day's work. Congratulations. Bert Gurin. Bert often takes his inspiration from music, and when he is in the zone, he's capable of making fresh work with intricate layers. He's unafraid of being spontaneous and following his artistic instincts. Well done and congratulations, Bert. Avery Huss. Avery was our outstanding student for Q2. He is able to work quickly and decisively when he needs to. Avery has great ambitions and is business-minded. During our t-shirt design unit, he connected with a friend in Germany to collaborate on an apparel-focused business, which they are continuing to develop. Congratulations. Tara is happiest when she's drawing characters from her imagination. She is dedicated to her vision and can often be found supporting her peers. Tara is always quick to jump in and help others, which she did when FFA needed a banner designed and printed. To celebrate FFA Week, she also created some buttons. Congratulations, Tara. Gwen Zeno. Gwen is a focused and conscientious student who takes each assignment seriously. Her work is always complete and on deadline. Gwen is a gentle person and brings that sensibility to her designs, which are often inviting and lighthearted. Congratulations, Gwen. Hannah Zimmer. Hannah likes to work quickly, exploring a range of materials and methods. Hannah was our outstanding student for quarter 1 and will soon be inducted into our National Technical Honor Society chapter. She is a mature, capable young professional who often completes more than one final product to any given assignment. Congratulations, Hannah. I would also like to recognize 2 members of our class and community that couldn't be with us today, and that's Lily Bowe and Henry Wagner. It's okay to applaud for them. They're not here. Together, you all created an art community and space that was fun to be a part of. It has been a real pleasure to work with all of you. Thank you very much. I really enjoy my job, and it's because of you, not just the cool arts and levels. Thank you.
Now I'd like to invite up the Sustainable Agriculture students and instructor, Ms. Kelly Mills. Good afternoon. I'd like to thank the families of the 4 completing students who are here today for the opportunity to spend 2 hours a day with them for 2 years solid. First of all, I'd like to say that we have Carrie, Courtney, Jonathan, and Bailey to recognize today. And these 4 are the complete package. They have the skills to pay the bills, so to speak. They are resilient, caring, kind, problem solvers, planners, organizers, and very social. What's really cool is that these students have known and worked with each other for years as 4-H members. Then the cherry on top is that they helped each other form a community by helping to gel other class members to create a wonderful community and a sustainable agriculture family. This remarkable group earned 3 dual enrollment credits through Vermont Technical College in livestock production. And as Lisa indicated earlier, that could save them about $3,000 as they move forward in whatever their career they choose to pursue. They raised, processed, and sold 90 young guinea fowl and 27 young ducks. The ducks will be processed here in another week and a half, and they are right behind you, up in the pen. They raised and marketed 3 boar meat goats, and they raised and sold 15 barred rock laying hens. All are extremely passionate about their love of animals and are top-flight dairy cattle show persons. They are strong leaders, having been active in 4-H and FFA.
They're being motivated to do well through their strong work ethic and willing and curious to try new experiences. And each one has been an outstanding student in the class. First, I'd like to recognize Rader. She's been a member of the Agriculture Academy at the Hannaford Career Center for 2 years and of the Virgin's Epiphany Chapter for 4 years, having served as secretary and president. Her outstanding leadership skills earned her the office of president in the Vermont Epiphany Association this school year. She is a second-year member of the National Technical Honor Society, and she will continue serving in an officer capacity with the Vermont Association after graduation. Carrie works at one of Addison County's largest dairy farms, Fort Hills Farm in Bristol, where she breeds, vaccinates, and cares for cows. Carrie's career goal is to become a veterinarian. Her first stop on that journey will begin in the fall when she attends the State University of New York in Cobblesville to major in animal science. Congratulations, Carrie. And I will mention that each one of the students will receive a gold and blue FFA honor cord to wear at graduation when they graduate from their high school. Next, I'd like to recognize Courtney Curler. She's been a student in the Agriculture Academy for 4 years, and she is also a second-year member of the National Technical Honor Society. She competed in the horse evaluation career development event at the National Epiphany Convention in Indianapolis, Indiana in 2018, earning a bronze medal. During her junior year, Courtney was an executive chair on the Middlebury Epiphany Chapter officer team. She will soon retire as the 2020-21 Middlebury Epiphany Chapter president. Her distinguished leadership skills earned her an officer position with the Vermont Epiphany Association after graduation. Courtney will take a gap year and attend college in the fall of 2022 in pursuit of a career as a dairy nutritionist. Congratulations, Courtney. Bailey Farrell has been a student in the Agriculture Academy for 4 years also. During her time with us, she served as Middlebury Epiphany Chapter Sentinel and Vice President. She is not only talented with handling animals, she is fantastic at troubleshooting equipment issues. Bailey works as a dental assistant at Bristol Park Dental, and this fall she will attend the Center for Technology Essex in the Dental Assisting Program in the direction of a career in dental hygiene. Congratulations, Bailey. Jonathan Flores has been a student in the Agriculture Academy for 3 years. During his time with us, he has served as Middlebury Epiphany Chapter Executive Chair and Treasurer. Since October, Jonathan has participated in a cooperative education experience at one of Addison County's largest certified organic dairy farms. At Harrison's Homegrown in Bridport, he is not only learning breeding and feeding skills, he trains new employees who tend to be young adults like himself. After graduation, Jonathan will continue his work there and plans to become an artificial cattle breeding technician. Jonathan, congratulations. Whenever I hear folks talking about how our world is in such dire straits, I point out the creativity and energy of the young adults I have the honor and pleasure to work with each day. Each of them has their own goals and visions for the future. Because of these qualities, I think I have the very best job in the world. I will miss each of these students and wish them the best in pursuit of their futures. I hope they never forget the time they spent at the Hannaford Career Center, and I hope they stay in touch. I would also like to recognize today a senior who will be returning next year and will be a completer, and that would be Kate Goslinga. So she received a certificate today for that. Because of the pandemic, we were restricted with a lot of ceremonies and opportunities to recognize students as well. Usually we have a big end of the year barbecue with our FFA members, and this year we weren't able to have that. But we do have 2 Middlebury FFA chapter awards that I would like to bestow this afternoon. It is a long-time tradition for the chapter advisors to choose a graduating senior who most exemplifies leadership qualities that include, but are not limited to, inclusion of others, kindness, flexibility, integrity, determination, dedication, and loyalty to the FFA organization. This year's Middlebury Chapter Leadership Award recipient is Jonathan Flores Taurus. I am pleased to recognize him with a medal to wear at his Middlebury Union High School graduation and a check for $100. Additionally, advisors choose a graduating senior who has demonstrated high scholastic achievement through their FFA membership. Courtney Curler is the 2021 recipient of the Middlebury FFA Chapter Scholarship Award. Since freshman year, Courtney has consistently reached scores of above 3.5 in academics and habits of work. She is also a second-year member of the National Technical Honor Society. I am pleased to bestow upon her a medal of recognition to wear at her Middlebury Union High School graduation ceremony and a check for $100. Thank you.
Okay, a few more scholarships. So we have so many talented and deserving students who are pursuing post-secondary education and many other exciting endeavors, and we wish we had money for them all. But even with that said, we are pleased to be awarded the following scholarships and awards this year. Stephen D. Clark Memorial Scholarship. Stephen Clark was a University of Vermont graduate. Born in Connecticut, he fell in love with our state and came to call Vermont his home. Before his death in 2011, Mr. Clark was a vibrant member of the Moncton community. He founded Stephen Clark Construction 30 years ago and built several houses in the surrounding area. In addition to being a businessman, Mr. Clark was also an athlete. As an avid golfer, he was a member of the Basin Harbor Club, winning the men's club championship in 2003. To honor his memory, his family has established a $500 scholarship in his name. This scholarship is to be given to a Career Center student who exemplifies the art and integrity of his or her chosen profession. This year's recipient is Design and Illustration Completer Hannah Zimmer. University to study environment and sustainability as well as creative writing. Congratulations, Hannah. Yes. George Foster Memorial Scholarship. The family of George Foster Sr. has established a scholarship in his honor. George was a prominent farmer in the community. He was also a past Middlebury FFA member and even held a national FFA position. Therefore, to honor his dedication to the organization he held so dear, this scholarship goes to an active Middlebury FFA student in one of our agriculture programs. The student chosen to receive this $500 award is Sustainable Agriculture student Carrie Eyre. You've already heard that Carrie has been the Secretary and President of the Regents Chapter of FFA and is currently the outgoing President of the State of Vermont FFA. Carrie will be attending SUNY Cobleskill and studying animal science. And I also happen to know one other thing because I was at her senior game and you didn't know that, but she is an awesome softball pitcher. Congratulations. The Vila Scholarship Fund. The Vila Scholarship Fund is administered by the Town of Shoreham Select Board. Vila owned 450 sheep on his farm in Shoreham in the early 1800s. He also was a state senator from 1851 to 1852. Upon his death in 1866, he bequeathed the sum of $500 to the Shoreham Town Selectmen to use toward the common good of the Shoreham School. Since 1990, Shoreham residents have held efforts to expand this fund and its scope to allow an annual total scholarship allocation of up to $1,000 to be awarded to graduating Shoreham students who have completed programs at the Patricia Hannaford Career Center and have been accepted into a continuing education program. This year, the recipient of the $1,000 Vila Award is Bailey Farrell. Bailey completed the Sustainable Agriculture program and will attend the Center for Technology at Essex to study dental assisting. Congratulations, Bailey. And to close us out here is Assistant Director, Mr. Jay Stetzel.
All right, so if we could have one more round of applause for our design and illustration students and sustainable. Before we go, I just want to remind all the students about all the people who have supported you along the way and gotten you to where you are today. Your Career Center instructors, other faculty and staff at the Career Center, other people who may be directly or indirectly impacted you, bus drivers, maintenance and custodial staff, secretaries, principals, school counselors, other people at your high schools, and of course your family, your friends, and your parents. Be sure to take a moment to thank them for helping you get to where you are today. We wish you well as you take this next step in your lives. We know you will do great things and make the world a better place. So that concludes our ceremony for today. I want to thank everyone for coming. And we also want to make sure that the seniors, as you're leaving, that you make sure to grab your yard sign on the way out and display it proudly wherever you'd like. So thank you all and be well.